Hello everyone, this is Sir Anjo. Ngayon naman dumako tayo sa part 4 ng ating review on General Education for BLEPT topic Mathematics. For today's video, we are going to discuss statistics and probability. Huwag na natin patagalin pa, simulan na natin. So, when we talk about statistics, there are four common statistical tools na laging lumalabas sa board exam, no? Ito yung mga mean, median, mode, and range, no? Bibihira na lang yung ibang statistical tools na ginagamit. So, when we talk about mean, no? So, ang tawag natin kay mean, by the way, median at saka mode ay central tendency, no? Sila yung magkasama, silang tatlo. They are so-called average, but most of the times, ang common na tinatawag na average ay yung mean lamang because si mean yung pinaka ginagamit madalas, no? Most of the time. Okay, so how do we get the mean of a given data? We just simply add all the values and get the total, then afterwards divide it by the number of data, kung ilan sila. Say for example, we have the following data, 3, 4, 8, 7, 5, and 3. So you just simply add them all, then you get 30. Then divide 30 by 6 because there are 6 samples or data in our given. So 30 divided by 6, ibig sabihin na ang ating mean dito ay 5. Okay? So para naman mas maging malinaw yung pagkuha ng mean, no, if you imagine, no, na itong mga to ay tagpipiso, no? Itong mga to ay tagpipiso. We have 3 pesos, 4 pesos, 8 pesos, 7 pesos, 5 pesos, and 3 pesos. Kapag ginawa mo siyang pantay-pantay, no, that's actually the purpose or the idea in getting the mean. No, you are making all the data equal, no, you distribute the data evenly. Okay, pag pinagsama-sama mo itong mga piso na to, no, magkakaroon ka ng pantay-pantay na tagli 5 piso, no? So try nyo pong gawin yun, and that's what you call mean, no? So the idea in getting the mean or average. So median naman, it's the middle value or middle number in a given set of values. But take note that in getting the median, we arrange first the data from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. Say for example, we have the following 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So the middle value is actually 5. Therefore, the median is 5. However, there are instances naman na dalawa yung middle values. So, pag dalawa yung middle values, you get the average of that particular values na nasa gitna nila. Okay? So, pagdating naman sa mode, when we talk about the mode, it is the most frequent, no? The most frequent data. Na? So, the number which occurs the most. Kumbaga parang election, sino yung pinakamarami? Okay? So, sino yung pinakamaraming lumabas? Okay? So, in getting the mode, count how many of each values appears. The mode is the value which appears the most, and there can be more than one mode. Possible po yun na maging dalawa yung mode natin kung dalawa yung pinakamarami. Okay? Pwede rin tatlo kung tatlo yung pinakamarami. So, in our given data, 1, 2, 2, 5, 6, 6, 9, there are 2 data or numbers, no, which occurs most. Those are 2 and 6. Therefore, the modes are 2 and 6. Now, when it comes to range, it's just simply getting the highest and the lowest value, the difference between the highest and the lowest value. So, if you identify already the highest value and the lowest value, then try to determine its difference. That will be the range. So, in our data, the highest value is 9 and the lowest value is 1. Therefore, the range is 9 minus 1, which is equal to 8. Talking about probability. So, sa probability, kailangan lang natin malaman is yung total number of space, sample space, and total favorable outcome. So, sometimes ang tawag natin sa sample space ay total possible outcomes, at doon naman sa isa ay total number of favorable outcomes, or it's the probability of the given event. So, when you divide the favorable outcomes to the total possible outcomes, you will get the probability of the given event. no? Okay, so if the probability, no, is 100% sure, 100% sure na mangyayari, no, you call it certain. The probability that it will occur is called certain. However, if the probability has no chance at all na mangyari, you call it impossible. The probability is impossible. Kapag equal naman, no, 50-50, even chance, no, even yung tawag natin sa occurrence na yan. And of course, if it is less than 50 but not 0, ang tawag natin doon ay unlikely. And kapag more than 50 naman but less than 100%, no, ang tawag naman natin doon ay likely. Okay? So now let's try some exercises about statistics and probability. So question number 1. From a deck of cards, in how many ways can you draw 2 ace cards? Is it A, 12, B, 14, C, 16, or D, 18? So in this case, now we are just trying to determine the total number of possible outcomes, no? So yun yung kinukuha natin. So what do you think is the total number of possible outcomes ng pagdodraw ng dalawang ace na cards? So our solution, so by listing methods, no, we can actually determine the possible outcomes na hinahanap natin. So ano-ano yun? Ito, so sa unang draw, pwede kang makakuha ng heart at saka ng diamond na card na ace, di ba? Sa pwede rin possible na makakuha ka ng heart and combined paired with clubs, no, na card, and heart as well as spade. Okay, so yan yung listing method. So another combination that we can get, diamond and heart, diamond and spade, diamond and clubs, and diamond and spade. So and so forth. Therefore, a total of 12 possible outcomes, no? Or 12 number of possible ways na pwede tayong makakuha ng ace na cards. However, paano yung mathematical behind, no? Kasi baka mamaya ang hirap bilangin, no? Lalo na pag malaki na yung number na involved. Okay, so ano yung technique to determine the possible outcomes? So ito po yung tinatawag nating techniques, no? Ano ba tawag doon? Nakalimutan ko. So tawag natin doon ay techniques or ways in solving probability or number of outcomes. Okay, so ito yon. Say for example, these are the cards, blank cards. So sa first card, ilan yung possible na makuha mo na ace, no? If you have, ilan bang merong ace sa baraha? So there are 12 aces, no, in the deck of cards, tama ba? So apat lang pala, apat. There are 4 aces, no, in the deck of cards. Okay, so ang tanong doon is ilan yung sa unang card na yon, no, sa unang card na pagbunot mo doon sa 4 is ilan ang possible na pwedeng lumabas? Okay, ang possible ay 4. Okay, so pwedeng lumabas dyan ay heart, pwedeng diamond, pwedeng spade, pwedeng clubs. Okay, yun yung una. Now, kapag nag-draw ka pa ulit ng another card from that set of cards, no, from the aces, ilan na lang yung pwede mong makuha? So kung nakuha mo na yung isa, sa pangalawang draw mo, ilan na lang yung possible na pwedeng pagpilian? Okay, 3. Okay, bakit 3? Kasi nakuha mo na yung isa dito, no? Nakuha mo na yung isa, so therefore, sa pangalawang pag-draw mo ng card, 3 na lang yung pwede mong pagpilian. So in that case, no, we can determine now the number of ways, no, the shortcut way to determine the number of ways we can draw the 2 ace cards by simply multiplying 4 and 3. So therefore, the answer here is letter A, 12. Question number 2. A ball is drawn at random from a box containing 5 blue balls, 2 white balls, and 8 green balls. Find the possibility that the ball drawn is not blue. Okay, so we're trying to determine not just only the possible or the favorable outcomes, but as well as the total number of outcomes. Okay, so that sample space itself. So to determine the probability, tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, we divide the number of favorable to the number of total outcomes, possible outcomes. So in this case, so ito po yung ating solution. So the total number of not blue ay 10, di ba? So ano-ano yun? So we have 2 white balls and 8 green balls. Those are not blue. So ito yung tinatawag nating possible outcomes sa hinihingi, no? Favorable outcomes, yung hinihingi ng ating event na tinatawag. Ano ba yung event natin? Yung event natin ay not blue na tinatawag. Okay? At ilan naman yung total number of sample space or number of possible outcomes? So, aside from the 10, no, 2 white balls and 8 green balls, possible din na makuha natin yung 5 blue balls. However, no, this is included only in total number of possible outcomes or sample space. So the total sample space we get is 15. Now, from here, we can now determine the probability of getting not blue, and that is by simply dividing this, no, to the number of sample space. So therefore, we get 10 over 15. However, we have to simplify this. So 10 over 15 is equivalent to 2/3. Therefore, the answer is letter A. Question number 3. Punta naman tayo sa digits. How many 4-digit numbers can be formed using 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 without repetition? Is it A, 200, B, 240, C, 300, or D, 320? So in this case, we will apply the techniques now we have learned in question number 1, the counting techniques na tinatawag. So hindi na natin pwedeng ma-apply dito yung listing method dahil baka kulangin yung ating scratch paper sa paglilista lahat ng possible ways. Okay? So simulan natin. Solution. So imagine these are your digits, no? 4-digit numbers. So we have thousands place, hundreds place, and tens place, and ones digit or units digit. Okay? So unahin natin yung ilan yung possible na pwedeng lumabas sa thousands digit kasi merong 0. No? Yan yung common eh. It's either unahin mo yung una or unahin mo yung dulo, no? So in this case, pag digits ang usapan, yung last yung highest digit, no, yun yung ating i-consider muna, okay? Kasi ito yung bawal maging 0. So in this case, ilan ang possible lang ang pwedeng lumabas dito or pwede nating ilagay? We can, okay, so we can put 5 numbers here. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No, we cannot put 0 here, no? Hindi pwede si 0. So possible lang na lumabas sa thousands digit ay 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 numbers na possible. Now for the hundreds digit, ilan ang possible na pwedeng lumabas? So pwede na dito si 0. However, no, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, kumuha ka na ng isa, no, kasi sabi niya without repetition, kumuha ka na ng isa dito, meron ng isang nagamit. So from 0 to 5, ilan na lang ulit ang possible dito? So ang possible na pwedeng lumabas dito ay 5 pa rin. Okay? So kung halimbawa 1 dito, no? 1 ang kinuha mo. So dito hindi na pwede si 1, ang pwede na lang 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. So possible pa rin 'yon na 5. Okay, so kung 2 naman yung lumabas, possible pa rin na 5 ang lumabas. So 0, 1, 3, 4, 5 ang lalabas. So that's how you determine, no, the number of ways. Sa hundreds digit, ilan na yung nagamit? 2. Okay, so 2 na yung nagamit. So ilan na lang yung possible ways dito na pwedeng lumabas? We have, okay, 4 na lang. No? Kasi 2 na, kung 6 yan, lahat 4 na lang without repetition. And sa last digit, kung 3 na yung nagamit, 3 na lang din yung matitira. Therefore, we can compute the number of ways by multiplying, no, this possible ways for each digit, no, or for each place value. So we get 5 times 5 times 4 times 3 equals 300. Therefore, the answer is letter C. Number 4. In math test, the following sample scores are drawn. 31, 26, 24, 31, 28, 25, and 24. What is the mode? So sabi natin sa mode, it is the most frequent value or term that appears in the given data. So ano yung pinaka most frequent dito? Ang most frequent ay 24 and 31. So dalawa po, no? Dalawa po yung pinaka frequent na data sa ating given. Ang tawag naman natin dito, if there are two modes, we call it bimodal. Kapag 3, trimodal. Pag 4 above, you call it multimodal. So ang answer dito ay letter D, 24 and 31. In given same data, what is the mean of the given math score? So, anong ginagawa natin kapag mean? We add all the data and divide it to the number of data, kung ilan silang lahat. So, we just simply add 31 plus 26 plus 24 plus 31 plus 28 plus 25 plus 24 and divide it by 7 dahil 7 sila. No? So, 7 sila. Therefore, we get the mean of 27. It's letter C. Okay, so that's how you get the mean of this data. Question number 6. Find the mean absolute deviation given the science grades of 5 students, 78, 92, 68, 83, and 99. So, nabago, no? Mean absolute deviation. Pag sinabi mo namang mean absolute deviation, it's actually the average difference from the mean of each given data. Okay? So, kukunin natin yung distance ng bawat score sa mean, then i-average natin yun. Ang tawag natin doon ay mean absolute deviation. So, first step is to get the mean of this data. Ano ang mean nitong data na to? So, the mean is actually 84. Now, if you try to compute for the mean here is 84. So, kunin natin yung distance ng bawat isa. Si 78 merong distance na 6 kay 84. Si 92 merong distance na 8, no, kay 84. Si 68 merong distance na 16 kay 84. At si 83 merong distance na 1. And si 99 merong distance na 15. So, what we're going to do with these differences or distances from the mean, now we will try to get the average of this. So, how do we get the average? We just add them, then divide by the number of data. So, 6 plus 8 plus 16 plus 1 plus 15 divided by, take note, 5 minus 1. No? Bakit may sir may minus 1? Kapag sample data. No, in statistics, we have population and sample. So, kung samples lang yung given, laging mayroong minus 1. So, 5 minus 1, the answer is 11.5. No? Pag dinivide mo yung sum sa 4 na lang. Okay? So, 46 divided by 4 is 11.5. Therefore, the answer is letter D. Question number 7. In math test, the following sample scores are drawn: 31, 26, 24, 31, 28, 25, and 24. Let us determine the median. Is it A, 24, B, 25, C, 26, or D, 28? So, how do we get the median? We arrange the given data, set of data into from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. Then, get the middle term. Okay, so if there are two middle values, then you get the average of that. Okay, so in this case, ito yung arrangement natin, 24, 24, 25, 26, 28, 31, 31. And there's only one middle value, and that is 26. Therefore, the answer is letter C. Easy question number 8. Scores 31, 26, 24, 31, 28, 25, and 24. Find the difference of the mean and the median of the above sample. So, dalawang hinahanap pero isa lang ang kukomputin natin. No? Isa lang hinahanap rather pero dalawa ang kukomputin. So, kukomputin natin yung mean, kukomputin din natin yung median. Okay? So, ano ang mean? So, mean nito ay 27. We have computed this already a while ago. And ang median ay 26. Therefore, ang ating difference ng median at saka ng mean ay 1. Therefore, the answer is letter A. Question number 9, same set of data. What is the range of the above score? So again, sa range, we simply determine the highest and the lowest value, then try to get the difference of that. So the highest value here is 31 and the lowest value is 24. Therefore, the range is given by 31 minus 24, which is equal to 7. Thus, the answer is letter C po, no, not D. No, nagkamali lang po. Question number 10. In a normal curve, if there are more high scores than low scores, then the graph can be described as A, skewed to the left, skewed to the right rather, B, skewed to the left, C, leptocortic, or D, mesocortic. Okay? So, solution. So, sabi, skewed to the right means that the most of these scores are low. Take note of that. Pag skewed to the right, ang mga scores ay sobrang baba. Pag skewed to the left, kabaligtaran naman siya ng skewed to the right, ang score ay matataas. Okay? So, unahin natin yan, i-describe natin siya, no? Yung graph kung siya ay skewed at saka kung siya ay skewed to the left or skewed to the right. Okay? So, ano po ba itsura ng skewed to the left? Ito po. So, from here, ito yung skewed to the left. Yan, left direction. Yan. So, ito yung frequency. Yan. Take note, frequency. At ito yung highest score nandito, syempre. Kasi, papunta sa kanan, pataas yung scores. Di ba? So, kapag nandito, skewed to the left, long tail ang left side kapag sinabi natin skewed to the left. Kapag skewed to the right naman, long tail ang right side. So, ano ibig sabihin kapag skewed to the right? Marami ang nakakuha ng mas mababa kaysa sa mas mataas. So, kapag balance naman, we call it normal curve. Ito yun. No? That's the normal presentation of the normal curve. Okay? So, pag skewed to the left, yan. Ito po yung skewed to the left, yung negatively skewed. Another term for skewed to the left. Ang mode ay nasa kanan, ang median ay nasa gitna, at ang mean ay nasa kaliwa. Pag skewed to the right, another term is positively skewed. Ang mode ay nasa kaliwa, ang median ay nasa gitna pa rin, at ang mean ay nasa kanan. Kapag normal, lahat sila nakikita sa center. No? So, kaya tinawag na central tendency ang tawag. Okay? So, yan po yan. Ano naman sir yung leptocortic at saka mesocortic? It measures the skewness, kung gaano kalapad, no? Kung gaano ka-steep, kataas yung ating curve. Yan, ito. Kapag sobrang taas, yan, ganyan po, yan. You call it leptocortic. Okay? Pag medyo katamtaman, no, ang tawag natin doon ay mesocortic. Pag flat, yan, yung medyo mababa, yung umbok, yan, ang tawag natin yun, parang yung katabi mo, platycortic. Diba? So, flat na from the word itself, flat, no? Flat naman na sa statistics, platycortic. No? Yun ang minimeasure ng leptocortic, mesocortic, at platycortic. Okay? At tandaan, ang negatively skewed ay marami ang nakakuha ng mataas at skewed to the left yan. Kapag positively skewed, marami ang nakakuha ng mababa at skewed to the right yan. Okay? So, therefore, the answer here is letter B. No? Ang hinahanap natin ay marami ang nakakuha ng mataas kaysa sa mababa. So, letter B is the correct answer. Alright, so that ends our review tutorial. Thank you for watching and see you again on our next video.